Hey YouTube, Reggie back with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. The reason why I haven't been uploading videos lately is because I've been going through a couple of things. Nothing that nobody's ever dealt with before. Mine just kind of hurts a little bit more because it doesn't happen too often. And it's really getting to me. And I'd also like to take this moment to say, last week was Team League for Houston. I was down there. I was 2 minutes late. We would have had 100 teams, but the head judge said because we did not tell him 2 minutes in advance, because we had a lot of problems with our car, we had to wait on somebody, and it was just terrifying. So I practically drove all the way out there for nothing. I'm not really disappointed. I got to hang out with my locals. We got a lot closer than we were beforehand. Anyway, I've been going through some stuff. I'm trying to cope with it. I'm not really getting much sleep anymore, even though that I tell everybody that I am. I'm really not. This will be my... was today the 7th? This will be my 4th day without sleep. The reason why I haven't passed out already is because I've trained myself not to. So, on October 4th, I believe, of last year, I uploaded a deck profile of my Infernity Inferno that was a tribute deck to my friend Jessica, who has passed on. She played Yu-Gi-Oh! This was her deck, and she entrusted me with it whenever... or, she entrusted for me to hold it on to the weekend, and it turns out she passed that weekend. Sadly, to help pay for something, I had to sell the deck, and I'm slowly re-getting it, or getting it back together. So it's a little bit more, I wouldn't say negation heavy, but more mess around funness. But this is the synchro build, so don't complain about why I don't play Exceeds, because I will tell you now, I play 15 synchros. If you don't like synchros, go ahead and leave. I'm not going to put up with hate comments on this deck profile. If you want to criticize, yes, I understand that, but don't say run Exceeds, because I'm trying to get this as close to what she gave me as possible. I actually have to go back, watch that video, find out what I'm missing, and then get what I'm missing. So, for the monsters, I play 11 monsters. 3 Infernity Archfiend, which is pretty much staple in any Infernity deck. 3 Infernity Necromancer. Let me get up. This is gonna bring you back either Avenger, just really anything other than himself. He can bring back Infernity special. Yeah, he can bring back Infernity Doom Dragon, which I thought was kind of neat whenever I first looked at it. But, sorry if I'm not really doing this how you're used to watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles. I'm just kind of not into it. I'm kind of losing interest in a lot of things. Card games isn't one, but some parts of it is. 3 Infernity Beetle. This is the one that was used back then where you could crack it off and get 2 more from the deck, as long as you had no cards in your hand, of course, because that's what Infernities do. And 2 Infernity Avengers. Sorry. For the spells, I play 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 spells. I understand that they look kind of weird at first, but 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. This deck negates. It doesn't really destroy back row that much, because most likely it's going to be negated. I am missing a Void Ogre Dragon, so whenever I get that, it should be pretty much closer. The 1 Infernity Launcher, because, well, it's Infernities, you can get Necromancer back, you can get Archfiend back, or double Archfiend, so on. 1 Dark Hole, Foolish, Allure, Gold, and Golden Sarcophagus. These are all 1-ofs, even though I know Gold Sarc is at 2, I think. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm pretty sure this is a legal deck. If it's not, please let me know in the comments below. One Into the Void. I only have one at the moment. When I get one or two more, I'll be putting them in. So I want to see some. Okay, yeah. I was thinking about playing it in Dark Worlds and One Wave Motion Inferno. This was a Shining Darkness secret rare, number 88. It's there to give Infernity monsters power up if you have no cards, and then you can crack it off to discard everything in your hand. So it's a free let's go off card. 3 Infernity Break. If you play Infernities, I shouldn't have to explain what these do. I'll probably re-upload this later on whenever I'm feeling better and have time to do everything. 3 Infernity Inferno. I know the one that I uploaded in October, I only played 2, I think. But I bumped it up to 3 because I noticed that sometimes, even though I only play 11 monsters, I open up with most of them. So 3 Wiretap. It's a new counter trap from Dragons of Legend. If your opponent activates a trap card, when a trap card is activated, you can shuffle it back into the deck. And I'm pretty sure, no, you negate the activation and then shuffle it back. 3 Magic Cylinder, just like the old build, because it's Magic Cylinder, you might as well. Stops an attack and deals damage to your opponent. This is another Dragons of Legends card. I love this card. I cannot stress that enough. It's called Double Passe. And I'm pretty sure I have it on one of my other videos, but it has a ballerina standing there dancing. And I'm pretty sure that's a mask. Yeah, it's a mask. But Alexis Road used this in the anime, and if your opponent attacks a face-up attack position monster you control, they're going to attack you directly with that monster, and then that monster is attacking them directly, and then next turn it attacks them directly again. But the first attack will be effect damage, so it's actually really fun. 1 Infernity Barrier. It's only at 1. Last time I played it, I believe it was at 3. These are all one of, so I'll go and hold them up. 1 Compulsory, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Solemn Warning. Even though the main deck is actually pretty solid, I don't seem to dead draw too much, but the times I do, I usually can recover quickly afterwards. So this deck is actually fit to make Quasar. I just don't have Quasar, and I don't have a Photon Pulse Dragon, I think is his name. Whenever you synchro summon him, he's a level 4. You can change the level from 1 to 3. So you would make him a 2 or whatever you're missing. So I get him. The level 4 is Armory Arm. It's just kind of there. If you get a Doom Dragon, this will make him a 4,000, I believe. Yes, and then it'll do more effect damage on top of Doom Dragon's skill. 1 Alley Justice Catastor. I play a really weird lineup. I need to change it again. 1 Hyper Librarian. 1 Magical Android. Those were my 4 and 5s. For my level 6, I play Powered Inzektron. He's good just to kind of assure that you're going to be able to synchro summon him and then hopefully sync in again. They might negate the next one, but at least you'll know you'll have more monsters in the grave. I saw an interesting Chaos build with using this as one of the synchros, and I didn't really like it, but I look back at it and see why he did it. 1 Celestial, he's there for, again, if he's just a level 6 to sync into. But if he's destroyed by battle or card effect while he's face up, you can target one of your opponent's monsters on the... Sorry, the cards dropped. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I probably should have just waited to do this video. Anyway. So, Celestial, he's a dark 24. Or I think he's 24. Yeah, so pretty much he's just gonna decrease the opponent's monster by his attack. For my level 7, since I don't have Black Rose, I put in Ancient Fairy Dragon. And I actually like this one over Ancient Fairy Dragon because you can special summon a monster out of your hand, level 4 or lower, and then the only bad thing is I don't think it can declare an attack. You cannot conduct your battle phase, so that's one drawback. The good thing is, though, you can special summon that last Infernity Archfiend in your hand with no other cards and just search. And then if your opponent is playing Madolches or Bujin with Black Garden control, you can pop their field spell and then gain 1,000 and then just get a free shuffle out of it because I don't play field spells in here. If I were to play Summon Breaker, even though it hurt me probably more than it hurt them. For the level 8, I played 200 Eyes Dragon. I'm going to get a third one eventually. It's good for Necromancer and a couple other cards. Now, I hate this card. I really do. The only reason why I put it in here is because I know there's going to be situations where I have to bring it out. And that'd be the only way I can win. And that's Fields of the Diabolical Dragons. You guys might notice him. Again, I hate this card. I mean, I know it's a good card, I just don't like it. Because people were so hyped over it, and now nobody plays it, unless you're playing Synchros, and you have the Dark Tuner. Like, I don't even see the Exceed Infinities that play like 1 or 2 Synchros, they don't even play it. They play 100 Eyes, or they play something else. 1 Stardust, because he's Stardust. 1 Colossal Fighter. I don't know if the ruling has changed on this. Yeah, there's apparently a ruling where if he's destroyed, you can just bring him straight back. And it's really weird. So I put it in there for that, so I can stall, sorta. And then 1 Infernity Doom Dragon, because, well, it is an Infernity deck. We need 1 Infernity Synchro. That, plus he can pop those pesky face-down monsters, so if you're playing against Raccoons, or, Lightsworns, you can pop the Raikou and pop the Raccoons and pop whatever they set before they can flip and get their effects, and then they'll take like 100 damage or something. I don't really know much about them, so 1 Mistworm. It's good because you can usually make level 9 with Beetle, Archfiend, and Necromancer and bounce 3 cards. It seems like most of the time nobody ever has a response to him, so whenever you drop him, if they don't respond, you're most likely going to win that turn because you'll have more plays that you can do, and usually equal up to 8,000 or more. And then the last one is a level 10 Exceed that came out in Legacy of the Valley, and that's Leo. Can't be targeted by card effects until your main phase 2. So, there's no lancing him until my main phase 2. There's no Book of Moon. There's no Magic Cylinder. There's nothing of that sort. Sorry guys, I probably should have just cut the video off there. But this deck, I mean, it serves its purpose. It's here to mess around with. I mean, I play with it. I win with it most of the time that I use it. I mean, it wrecks certain decks. Like it's wrecked one of the Sylvan decks I've played against. It was slaughtered by another Sylvan deck. It can win against artifacts if your opponent doesn't know what they're doing, or even if they do know what they're doing. Sometimes if you just go off way too fast, then they can't win, because you'll have way too much in the game that there's not a reason for them to do anything. So, that was my updated Infernity deck profile. Instead of running Beals, if you don't have it, you can run a Crimson Blader instead to stop. Or you could run him anyway to stop stuff like Sylvan Quasar and... Actually, that's about it, because... wait. Play it against artifacts, destroy an artifact, and they can't special summon level 5. during their next turn, so it won't really matter. So thumbs up, subscribe, rate, all that good stuff, and